Experts tell us that every year there are more than 100 cases of sex trafficking in Pennsylvania, and sometimes child victims are treated like criminals. They can be charged with prostitution and drug possession, even though they're forced into that life against their will. A state senator has introduced a bill now to protect children from being charged with sex trafficking-related crimes.
We have to stop that, and particularly when they're dealing with children. Children can't consent to this.
Protects instead of prosecutes children so that it makes sure that they don't get fed into the system that re-victimizes them.
The legislation would also make sure that child victims get care and counseling.
A Dauphin County man's been sentenced to at least 20 years in prison. Richard Soto was found guilty of raping a child. Soto sexually assaulted a child over a 2-year period when she was 6 through 8. Soto could spend up to 40 years in prison.
2 fires under investigation in Dauphin County. Police say one is arson, the other is a deadly accident. Both had flames lighting up the night sky. The fire in Pembroke is the one ruled arson, but police may not file charges. The duplex on Canby Street is a total loss. Overnight last night, a 15-year-old with special needs was playing with a lighter, police say, and may have started that fire. 5 people went to the hospital tonight. Everyone is okay.
It's sad all the way around. Obviously, the family lost everything. They may have even lost a pet. There's still a cat that's unaccounted for. The people next door lost a substantial amount of property as well.
The investigation is ongoing.
We have an update on last night's breaking news, where police say one woman died of smoke inhalation after a fire ripped through a house. It happened here along Care Street in Lower Paxton Township. Investigators say another elderly resident suffered serious burns. The cause of this fire is still unknown, though investigators do believe it was accidental. A
suspected heroin dealer has had his children taken away from him. Police conducted a drug raid at the York home of Alex Rivera Gonzalez on East Marion Street. Police say his young children were there living in filth and were exposed to a loaded gun, heroin, and needles.
There were some serious crimes going on here, and on top of that now we have young children, very young children, who were exposed to this and also living in extremely unsanitary and unhealthy conditions.
Police say the 3 children are now staying with family. Rivera Gonzalez is free tonight on $150,000 bail.
And a drug bust in York netting $140,000 worth of heroin. Police found the heroin as well as cocaine and crack in a home on East Maple Street. 2 stolen handguns and $11 grand in cash also seized. 35-year-old James Johnson has been arrested and charged.
Well, tomorrow, saying goodbye to a Mid-State Marine.
Also coming up, national security versus personal privacy. The clash between the federal government and Apple.
And Thon 2016 is underway. How this huge effort is helping Mid-State families.